What is up, y'all? Welcome back out to the bench in the backyard. My name is Jordan, and these are some Japanese black pine seedlings. Today, we're going to be doing some cuttings on them. What we have been waiting for is these stems to start to purple, and they are starting to purple. So it is time to do some cutting. I'm going to basically be cutting most of these. I'll leave probably 24 or 25 of them as they are. We're going to pot them up individually, though, into some some plug trays, and yeah. So we'll get started. First thing I'm going to do. Oh, everything that I'm going to use today. I've got some double-sided razor blades. These are fake homes. You can use whatever, it doesn't matter. These are real nice. Really what you're looking for is just a thin double-sided razor blade. I'm probably going to go through quite a few of them today because this will work for about 8 or 9 of them, and then I'll have to switch to another switch sides, do like 8 or 9 of them, and then we'll have to get another blade. So I'm going to get some stuff together, and then I will be right back. All right, so what I'll be using today, just got a chopstick to kind of help me get them up out of the pot, and then got a little cup of water, and our little razor blades. They're super thin, which is what we're looking for. We want it super thin. We want to make a super clean cut. And we're going to go through, cut a bunch of these, go ahead and just toss them in this little cup of water, and then we will go from there. I've got some rooting hormone over there. I got the gel kind that we're going to be using for this, and yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here up underneath these just lift them up a little bit. And then each of these we're going to come in, take our cutting blade, and just a quick, easy slice. Toss them in the water. And what we're doing by doing this is we're just shortening that space between where the soil level will be and this first set of needles. And as we do that, and when we do that, what we're doing is basically shortening the length of the trunk, or the shortest possible trunk. Now, if we do this and then let it grow and extend, and we don't do any other cutting or pruning, then it's going to grow big and have a long space between the bottom and the first branch anyway. So that's not really what this is for. That's what we'll be doing with the ones that I leave long. But these that I'm shortening, we will be basically keeping them kind of short for either Shohin or Mame size trees. Bring you in a little bit closer so you can actually see what I'm doing. So we take our stem and just cut it. Pretty easy. Make sure you're slicing and you're not just pushing down. You don't want to. You're not pruning the bottom. You're slicing it. You want to let the razor do all the work. So you'll see what I'll do is I'll take my razor and I'll put the tip of the blade down on the bench and then slice across. And that way we're not crushing and destroying the stems on these. And if you ever start feeling resistance, switch to a different corner. This is on the last corner of this one. So as soon as I start feeling resistance, I'll switch blades, get a new blade, and start again. The key to this is just that really, really clean cut. Because by doing this, what we're doing is we're giving it one spot to issue roots from. And also you can even change your the angle that your blade is coming in at. And that'll give us a radial root spread where the angle, it's more of a slant style coming out of the ground. This one is already budded. Hopefully that one's not too mature. We'll find out. We'll stop there for now. Just see how many this will fill up. I've got 5 of these 24 cell in here. I've got let's move you back. Now in here I've got about 80% medium perlite, 20% cocoa coir. And I need to put some screening in here, so I'll be right back. All right, so I've got these all lined with little rectangles of window screen. That's just there to keep the perlite and cocoa coir from sinking out of the bottom. And these are the same trays that I used for my Chinese elm cuttings last week. And the Kingsvilles. This is going to be slightly different. I got a different rooting hormone. I used up all of that Hormex number 3. So I ordered something. And it came in today, so. Alright. Now I'm going to go water this. Make sure that it settles down. And I'll be right back. Then each one of these, I'm going to take a chopstick, stick it down in. This is Ventana plant gel or plant science cloning gel. It's basically just it's a 0.5 IBA, so it's a 5% or 0.5%. Gel, and all we're going to do, we're going to take it right there, and we're just going to dip the end of our seedling in it and set that to the side. Let it soak up a little bit. I'll go ahead and do 24 of these. And so by the time I get around to the 24th one, the first one should be ready to go. We're just going to let it soak up a little bit into the stem before we put it down. All right, so that's 24. Then we're going to take these, just plop them down in there, and press our perlite up against it. Now you can use whatever your rooting medium of choice is, whether that's 100% perlite, do it in cocoa coir or potting mix or seedling starting mix. It doesn't really matter. We just want to make sure that we firm it up around the base of that cut. You could do this in vermiculite, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Now we're going to plant these, and then I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle them with a little bit more water. And then since it's the same set that I just did the cuttings in that you saw last week. I did them a month ago, but by the way, today is July 8th. These were done at the beginning of May, is when the seeds were started. So it's been about a month. I'm in upstate South Carolina, so I'm right on the edge of the 8A, 8B area. Our summers basically run all the way up through middle to the end of September. So sometimes even into October. It's been pretty warm this year. Not sure what the weather's going to be like for the rest of the year, but we'll find out. I'm not worried about these. Will definitely have roots set up before the freeze, and they'll probably go inside into my unheated laundry room. It's got south-facing windows, so they'll get plenty of sun over the winter, and they won't really have a chance to freeze. The lowest it gets down into in there is like in the 50s. So I'm not worried about that. So these will get watered in, and then they'll get watered in, covered with this plastic dome. Once they've had a chance to drain a little bit, I will put them in the little plastic tray, the solid bottom tray. Looks like that. And then we'll put these in the shade for about a month, and then gradually move them out into full sun. Once they go into full sun, just like the same exact steps that we did with the elm cuttings, they'll go into partial sun with a little bit of a vent, and then once they go into full sun, they'll come out of the plastic dome entirely. But yeah, so that's simple enough. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of them, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with, because I'm going to individually pot all of these that I'm not cutting, and I will be back with when I'm done with that. Okay, so I ran out of containers to put them in. I've got 120 cut over there and another 33 right here. So these I'm gonna just have to leave as they are. End of the season, I'll come in, cut all the tap roots. So probably middle of September or so. We'll cut all the tap roots on these and get these all potted up individually. I thought I had enough pots. I didn't think there was like 150 trees in that. So it'll be all right. I had a few, actually, like this one. Like, they're still growing, but they have no top growth on them. So it's just not going to make it. But all of the rest of these do have top growth. So it's 32 uncuts, and then 120 of the cut ones. We'll see how many of those actually make it. And we'll go from there. So yeah, little first cut on these. What I'm going to be doing with this is the Mark Comstock method. I'm going to take probably 2 of those trays, maybe 3 of them, and we'll cut them again once I can. These, make sure you dispose of your razor blades in a safe manner. These will be going straight out into my big trash. And that way, don't have to worry about it cutting open a bag as I'm taking the trash out, or one of my dogs getting into it. Speaking of, I don't know where she is, but we got a new dog this week. She hadn't got a name yet, so if y'all leave a comment down below what I should name her. She's half lab, half boxer. So yeah, let me know what we should call her, and maybe we'll do that. So yeah, if you like what you saw today, go ahead, subscribe, leave a comment if you want to see what happens with these in the future. Those will get recut probably next year. These, like I said, I'll come in, cut tap roots, and get these individually potted up. Eventually these are probably going to wind up in the ground. Some of those might as well. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. So until the next time I see y'all out at the bench in the backyard, just remember to grow them big, but keep them small.